Hey everybody, Ryan King here with Area Athletics, and today we are doing a video blog about shoes and how shoes can make you a better athlete. Probably not the case. Now, that's not to say using the right tool for the right job is not beneficial, but shoes obviously aren't going to make you a better athlete. But today we're going to go over all the different types of shoes, what we recommend, what we want to avoid, when to wear what. So what we're going to do here is we're going to talk about the difference mainly between like an oldie shoe versus a CrossFit shoe. Easy first thing to see, these oldie shoes, they're really hard, they're really solid, right? They're meant to, when you walk around in these, they're like ski boots, right? They plant you on the ground. So when you wear these, only for heavy lifting, and that's everything except for deadlifting. So squatting and oldie movements. Okay, clean and jerk and snatch. If you're doing those off to the side by yourself, not in a Metcon, these are perfect. Now, some companies, and these are the Nikes, these are the Adidas, there's a range of anywhere from about probably $75 to $200 for oldie shoes. A couple companies, Reebok being one of them, try to make a shoe that you can Metcon in. So these are a little bit lighter, they're a little bit more flexible, the heel isn't quite as solid, and they're meant to be able to do double unders and box jumps, things like that. Where'd the other one go? Ahead and Innovate lifter out here. This one too, these are super light. They're built for Metconning in. Again, you're not gonna wanna run in these, do stuff like that. Okay, so if you're gonna spend money on oldie shoes, you're pretty much buying them specifically for, that's why they're called oldie shoes, Olympic lifting and heavy squatting. And you'll see a lot of us too that also we'll lift in our regular shoes, we'll squat in our regular shoes because we don't need the heel support. We want to keep our ankle range of motion as good as possible. So getting into the CrossFit shoes, there's basically 4 companies that we really pay attention to. Obviously, the new Nanos, from Reebok, they're the ones that kind of started the whole CrossFit game, and this is the new 6, and I love them. Well, we just got these. They are amazing. So the new Nanos is like the go-to CrossFit shoe, and you can buy anywhere from the Nano 1 through the 6. You can still find them online. They've been adapted as they've grown, but they used to be really wide shoes, and now they fit my feet perfectly. The other favorite of mine, based on fit, is the Nike, okay? Nike Metcon 2. They have the first version and second version. Some of the cool things about both of these shoes, with the all of the CrossFit shoes, they have rope technology so that it doesn't eat up the inside of your shoes. They're really durable. They have a really solid heel, so even though this is kind of cushy underneath, it's much more solid than a running shoe. We'll get to that a little bit later. They're nice and wide. I like running better in the Metcons than in the Nanos. The Metcons also have this nifty little plastic strip at the back so that when you're doing handstand push-ups, you can slide up and down the wall. Makes it really nice and easy, right? Some of the other companies that we pay attention to, Noble, okay? They don't fit my feet, so you definitely want to try these on beforehand, but they're a really sweet shoe company with really good morals, and they have a really durable, well-built shoe. The outside feels like a Kevlar almost throughout the whole thing, so where the Nanos, you can see where the rope technology is. This whole shoe is just a little more of the similar structure all the way around. Some of the other stuff, Innovate, okay? They have the F-Lite 235 and the F-Lite 250 built specifically for CrossFit. The only real difference in those is the heel toe drop, but they're a pretty good all-around shoe, and I think you can find these in town. Where Innovate started, trail running shoe. This is like an advanced sock. This is super bendable, it's super light, it's a good all-around shoe. It doesn't have the rope technology and things like that, but to get started, it's not a bad choice, and you can find those online for cheap. So, again, the go-tos, if you're gonna get your first pair of CrossFit shoes, the Metcon or the Nano. Spend the money on those, and like I said, you can find those in the older versions online for much cheaper and save yourself a few bucks. But if you're transitioning, if you're getting your first pair of shoes, first pair of CrossFit shoes, sorry, and you're coming from like a running shoe, the big thing that's going to be different is how is the cushioning under your feet. Okay, most shoes you see, most running shoes, training shoes, they're really soft underfoot, and going to a harder sole, which is what we have in the CrossFit shoes, is going to be different for your arch, and you have to transition slowly to those. If you're going with your first pair, The Nikes are a little bit softer. They're a really good transition shoe. Then go to the Nano, and that's going to give you a little bit more solid heel support, but your foot has to take time and adapt to that, which is why we also do not recommend the Vibram 5-finger shoes. Those are great if once you get there, once you get used to them for the trail running and things like that. I know some people wear them in-house and your feet are used to those, but you do not want to go from a normal running shoe right to the Vibram 5-finger shoes. It will wreak havoc on your ankles and your arches and things like that. So again, another shoe we do not recommend is just a regular running shoe. Obviously you're going to start there, but they're really soft. They don't give you a ton of support, and we want you to be able to get to something with a little more that's built for something like this, right? Anything with any of those cushioned air pockets, kind of the old school Nike stuff, they look great, but they don't work really well for this. So to wrap this all up, if you're just getting your first pair of CrossFit shoes, again, the Nano or the Metcon. If you want to, sorry, I didn't hit on this one. The Reebok has some other training shoes that are built specifically for CrossFit that are a little more running biased. I think this is called the Speed Trainer TR. They're an awesome all-around shoe with a little more bias towards running. So go ahead, take a look online, find something you like. Definitely try them on before you buy them and spend the money. And there's plenty of shoes in the gym. We could probably find something in your size so you can try it on and see if you like it and get used to it first. So don't just go spend a ton of money on $200 Oli shoes. If you're just coming to regular class, you don't need them just yet. But if you're getting a little bit more advanced, someday that's the route to go, and we'll help you pick out the right pair at that time. So hope this helps. Let us know if you guys have any questions. We'll see you soon. We'll get another blog out to you guys soon, and take care.